wild and free. From the deck we'll see it all, laughing loud, having a ball. RV ready, let's hit the road. Eagle flying, watch us go. Mountain peaks to valleys deep, every turn a promise we keep. PK Adventure travels in our hearts. Every journey a brand new start. Laughs and smiles on every side. Till the fun come for the ride. Island hopping, here we come. Sunny skies and beating drums. Finding treasures new and old, and with stories yet untold. Campfire glow under the stars, whispers of the moonlit stars. In every corner secret calls, the world awaits in wonder it unfolds. PK Adventure travels in our hearts. Every journey a brand new start. Laughs and smiles on every side. Join the fun, come for the ride.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Can we play that theme song again? I mean, I was really kind of rocking it just.
Right. I have to say, it was a free service, and you only get so many a day. So I was going through a lot, trying to tweak the AI to say, okay, no, I don't like that. Because like 90% of it wanted to do country. And I was like, no, I do not want a country.
Nope.
Country should not exist.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It can exist. It can just exist not here.
Yeah. And then there were a couple that popped up that didn't say PK Adventure Travels. It was PK Adventures. I was like, well, that's not our name. So
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I kind of like it. But
Cool.
all right, welcome in, everyone. So January is drawing to a close. Today's technically, I think, our last day or our last show within January.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Went fast.
yeah, I know, right? And this month, as you guys know, we've been really focused on the RV part of it. And we'll probably try to switch, like every other month, pop back and forth between RV talks and then cruise talks and things like that. Unless something comes up that we want to talk about, then we'll change it on you. But anyway, thanks for coming into the show. If you're here on the replay, then do a hashtag replay for us. We love to see the replay in here as well. But if you're here live, welcome to this evening's show. So today we are talking at least part one. So maybe next week will be another camping one. We'll see. But we are talking really the differences, pros, cons, and thoughts on the three typical camping spots that we've been to: state forests, state parks, and then, as we like to call it, bougie resorts. But before we actually get started, let's go ahead and, well, I guess number one, introduce ourselves, because I see a few new names in the chat here today, because it's been a while. So I am one of your hosts, Ryan.
Now.
You're not pointing at anyone. I'm not sure
Hi,
which direction you're trying to point, but
Christine.
yeah. And then, yeah, that's me over there.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm
CJ.
I'm just the driver.
Just the driver.
So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So first in the house was, hey, yo,
Me.
Pete Chatter Chatters, the Queen Kraus.
That's her.
Excellent. And then we do have CGU Cinematic Gaming Universe. Thank you for coming in.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Yeah, I was watching some of his stuff before.
I'm falling down on my job.
You are falling on your job.
Hello.
There we go. But he was doing some renderings with Romans and zombies, like huge war things. It was crazy. It's like a simulator.
Very cool.
Next in, we have Anthony on the move.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And we have Law Jones.
Hello there.
And then we all have a new one here that I haven't seen yet before, and that's Hats on a Mission.
Welcome.
Oh, wait.
Foolish mortals.
I know who that is. I'm sorry. I do know that. That's Jeremy. That's so if you guys haven't joined this particular channel, definitely go out to Jeremy. His Hats on a Mission is amazing. He makes a lot of warm hats out in Galveston. It's really cold and all that, but he makes his own hats and then takes it out and gives it to the homeless and people in need on the streets to try to keep them warm. So it's definitely a great channel and a great outreach that he's doing there. So if you haven't seen his channel, definitely hop out there. He shows you how they make them, and then also, the gifting to those in need. So great channel. So, and then we also have Angie, whatever floats your boat.
Hello there.
I like that name.
I know, I like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you hit that hashtag, or as us old people
#,
say, #. Right? Wait, how we do it back then?
I don't do it that way.
So hashtag pkat to share your link. So excellent. There we go. So Jeremy's popping it in right there. So yeah, definitely go check it out. One of Jeremy and Cheryl's new channels, a great bit of information there. All right, so let us get started, and we'll do half an RV show, and then we are going to give you a little talk and a little update on the group cruise that's going to be happening on the World America, the MSC's newest, biggest, and latest ship. So we'll do that about halfway through as we're talking about some of our RV stuff. So that is to come soon. But let's get started. So yeah, we are talking about camping and the different types of places we can go. So I know CJ and Christine, you guys have really done a lot more camping this year than Mel and I have. We've done a lot of the cruises and travel agent thing. So I'll let you guys go ahead and kick us off here with talking some of the differences, and then we'll all chip in with pros and cons and what we've seen with the different types of areas to camp out here in Florida.
Definitely.
Are you going first, dear?
I would say it doesn't matter to me. You have the list, not me. I just
Why
Why don't you,
like
why
usual.
don't you list the different types of camping first?
All right. So some different types of camping that we have are boondocking.
Or Walmart docking, Cracker docking, Mooch docking, or any other
Well,
docking.
it would be
like
called wall docking, crack docking, mooch docking, technically.
And for those who don't know what that means, that's the camping and RV term for setting up your RV rig without water, power, or sewer. You're basically
Correct.
pulling over into a parking lot and just leaving your rig pretty much hitched up and basically sleeping overnight without
Taking
any
a quick
amenities.
snooze.
Yeah, quick
Right.
snooze.
Yeah.
And that could be public lands in some parts of the of the country.
It can
and,
be.
we found out that in Mississippi, it's welcomed at all their rest stops on the interstate highways, and they even provide dump stations, for you when you're done. So that was a cool thing to find out recently. So,
Yeah, and in the middle of the country, you can go to just managed areas, and you could
Wildlife
stay for
management,
longer than a night. So that's
Public lands.
boondocking,
Yeah.
public lands. Yep. And then we have county
organized.
parks, state parks, and state forests, national forests.
Mhm.
That would be, camping at an RV spot, or they have tent camping as well, car camping as well, at just your local park. Or
Something that's
forest.
not a private commercial, that's an open to the public, generally speaking, government agency supported or run facility.
Taxpayer money.
Correct.
Taxpayer
Correct.
money. Yep.
Yeah.
Your tax dollars hard at work.
Yes.
And then lastly, like we like to call them the bougie parks, or RV parks and resorts. This would be privately owned.
Your
You can-
KOAs.
KOAs,
Some of the good
Margaritaville.
resorts. There's some resort styles. Margaritaville has a campsite. This would be where you
Disney.
Disney, where you could come, you could stay. Some of them you can actually long-term stay. Some of them you can live in. So that's the difference between the different types of camping that we've done so far.
Yeah. All right. Before we move on, though, we do have another one that's come in. So welcome in, Cheryl.
Hey.
Briefing is
Hi.
fun anytime. Hang on. Cheryl gets a special one, too.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for giving us a comment on the TikTok today. She asked about our snackle boxes.
Oh, yeah. The snackle boxes.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
good.
Those
Yeah.
have been very handy for camping.
Definitely. Yeah. Shameless plug. Christine is doing the TikTok almost daily, I think now, or
Daily,
every other
yep.
day or something like that, with little tips and tricks and our favorite things when it comes to RV and camping. So yeah, if you haven't
And-
joined her TikTok, hop out there and see some of those things.
I'd like to also say, right, I'm also doing cruising. If you were watching, you'd know I did our favorite luggage tags.
I did see that.
I did see the
that.
luggage tags.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched a lot in the last couple
I
of
didn't have
days.
TikTok.
Been
I didn't
super
have
busy at
TikTok
work.
installed on my phone in time, so I guess I'm not cool enough to ever be able to use that. Sorry.
All right. So back at it.
So back at it. So going to boondocking, we've come up with some pros and cons of boondocking. You want to take on pros or cons, dear?
You have the list, so you go ahead.
All
And
right. I guess it's all about me.
it's all about you.
I guess
You know
so.
what? Just like in most other things, I'll correct you when you're wrong.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Wow.
All right. So
Bazinga.
boondocking, there's usually little or no cost. And that's pro because you just pull over the side of the road and take a snooze when you've driven too long or whatever. But you do have to talk to the managers. Walmarts are starting to not allow you to do it anymore. Technically, you're not allowed to boondock at Cracker Barrel anymore, but on a case by case, the manager's kind of like, I don't care. So take that into consideration. You can go at any time of the day. So, like I said, you're tired, you just go and take a little nap.
Yeah,
It's a
pull in
great-
across 8 parking spots and just take a quick nap.
Yep. It's a great waypoint for when you're going longer distance. So, like when we go to Helen to see everybody, we will probably spend the night at a Cracker Barrel on the way
Yep.
to break up the drive.
Or Walmart or Pilot.
Or Walmart,
Loves.
Pilot, Loves and Pilot and Flying J are now actually building campsites too.
in some respects. In
in
some areas. yeah.
respects. Yep. They're close to amenities usually. Think about it. I mean, you're at a Walmart, there's bathroom, coffee, whatever you need.
Mhm.
Cracker Barrel, close
You go-
to, your favorite coffee like mine, Dunkin'.
Mariana, where you've got a gas station, a Walmart, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a Burger King on the 4 corners. Couldn't
Correct.
be a better combination.
Correct.
Yep.
Also, they can be unique. So some of the boondocking options also are through paid programs like Harvest Host, boondockers.com, RV Overnights.
Overnight.
We have RV Overnights and we were able to boondock at the drive-in movie theater. So that's a unique experience that you wouldn't usually get if you didn't have the program like that.
Yeah,
Good
we have
times.
Harvest Host and have used it exactly.
0 times.
That many, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, with Harvest Host, we got it at first because we misunderstood really the usefulness of it. It seems to be more geared towards full timers who
Yeah.
can show up and leave when you need to, because we've noticed that a lot of them are, hey, you've got to check in before 6 p.m. You got to check out at this time. So for us, we leave after work at 6 p.m. We want to drive until midnight or 1 in the morning and stop somewhere. And just a Harvest Host is not going to do that for you.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a con with the sign up places for boondocking.
Yeah.
You are at the mercy of the property
individual
owner's
host.
schedule.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple other cons are boondocking is less secure. There's no fence around you or anything. It's a little
Yeah,
less
you're more
private.
exposed.
You're
It's
just in a
not
parking
private.
lot.
It's not less private. It's not private.
Okay,
You're in a
fine.
public
It's
spot.
It's not private. You're sitting there out in the open where everybody could see you. But if you're smart, you close your blinds and then people can't look in.
Yeah.
You have to ask permission in some places, so that's a
Most.
con. You know, fuel costs. So whether you are
It's a pro and a
boondocking,
con.
it's a pro and a con. Whether you're boondocking with the generator, or we can plug into the back of our truck. Some people can use solar, but it does cost extra fuel no matter what. Um, the condition of sites is also another negative. It's just a parking lot in most cases, or a slab of grass somewhere. So you're not really going to get a nice smooth pad or graded grassy area. So those are the things. Do you guys have anything else to add to pros or cons of boondocking?
We'll let you know after Helen,
We have not boondocked.
because we have not boondocked yet.
They it's true. They car camped, but in
Yeah.
a facility, not on the side of the road. You know.
Well,
type of
we
thing.
boondocked sleeping in our car in the Bucky's parking lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we haven't boondocked in the
Yeah.
camper. So.
Not in the
Yeah,
camper yet.
but not in the camper.
We will
yet.
let
Well,
you know.
so far, our favorite place to boondock is the Crackle Barrel in Tallahassee.
That's a very cool one.
We've
Yeah.
been there multiple times.
It's a good 5 or 6 hours away from our locale to make the first leg of a trip, which is why that one always seems it's clean and the food is good there too. It's it's always
And
nice.
it's near a hotel, so I mean, whether you're
Works.
parked in the Crackle Barrel or the hotel, and the hotel turns out has RV parking too, so no one's really going to bother you there. And there's security, so it's kind of cool.
Nice. Before we
All
go
right.
on, we had someone else sneak in really fast here. So let's say
Okay.
hello, everyone, to Lucy Warren's World.
Hello.
Whoa.
Welcome in. Welcome in.
So, yeah, I don't have anything to contribute for boondocking.
Yeah,
It's
not yet.
okay.
But we're definitely going to be doing some
You'll get there.
boondocking when we go up to Helen.
Yeah.
Because we're going to more than likely leave Tuesday night now. Then go visit my cousin.
And Mooch Doc.
And more than likely boondock. If we're on his land, we have to boondock for 2 days. But if we
That's
can
called
get to my
mooch docking.
mooch
Yeah,
docking.
We're
It's
mooching
where you
off
leech
that.
off of a family or friend's electric, water, or property. That's Mooch
Yeah.
Doc.
But yeah, because I know he's set up for like 5 spots for hip camp, but it's only boondocking at his property. He's eventually going to get water and power put out to each one. But right on the other side of the land is where my aunt and uncle live, and they actually lived in an RV. So they've got water and power. They lived in their RV while they were building their house. So that pad's still there. So
Makes sense. That's cool.
we might, depending, obviously, if we do get there full 2 days, I'd rather hook up at theirs and have water and power for 2 days.
Yeah, we'll put our solar powers to use.
Yeah.
With a flashlight on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
So, next category.
All right, next up is county parks, state parks, forests, national forests, local forests. So just a preference with the counties, county by county, do offer camping. Not a lot, maybe one per county, maybe none per
2,
county.
3 at most.
Yep, and how you would find those is by Googling the county, just so everybody knows, because county is probably one of the hardest
to figure out how
places
to
to
book.
book for
With the
camping.
Lakuchi River Campground. That's the
Yeah.
one that drives me up the wall. I know
know.
we got it booked once, but I have not found the right way to actually get back in to rebook another.
I know.
Exactly,
I know, it's-
exactly.
And I like that one. That was the one it wasn't as dark as Kissimmee Prairie, but it had that little astronomical.
It was still pretty dark
area.
where we
I know it's
were.
still pretty dark there, so I definitely want to go back. But it's
That
just
had the
been-
replica. That had the
nightmare.
replica chapel and schoolhouse. I mean, it was a nice
Yeah.
facility when it's all said and
It's
done.
cool.
That was an early
Right.
one that we started.
So, and I think
Yeah.
we may have chatted about that. It could be that there was damage because of the hurricane or something, and it's just closed right now. But
That is possible.
it's hard trying
Well,
to
yeah,
find it
it
again.
flooded up there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also included in these types are also wildlife management areas. So, with a county park, you can usually make a reservation online or by calling. With a state park, Most of the states definitely have websites where you can make a reservation, but be careful. Some states, like Arkansas, is first come, first serve. So you
No
just get
reservation.
there and camp. There's no reservations.
Yep. And if you get there and there's no spot, that's not where you're staying.
No, then you have to find
You're
another
staying at
spot.
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a
state
friend and
for-
mooch.
State forests here in Florida, we can book them online, but also in other states, they are first come, first serve. National forests, we can book online also. Most national forests and national parks, you can book online. But then be careful because you got to read the rules. Everybody's got different rules of what you can and cannot do where you're staying. So take that into consideration.
Yep.
Do your research.
Yeah. Even if it's
Um,
federal, the rules
yeah.
that apply over here in this part of the country don't necessarily apply to the rules in this part of the country, compared to this part, even though it's under
Right.
federal guidelines. So
Right.
that is an important thing to research.
And I know
a
we've
rec-
seen it as well because we've been to some parks that, for instance, let you do fire, some that don't.
Mhm.
Some that ask you how old your RV is because they won't let you bring old RVs. Some that we've seen the rust bucket on wheels.
That we haven't found that to be too much of a problem at the federal or state level. That's more of a con on the next category
Yeah.
Right.
that from our research and our experience.
And here in Florida, we have gorgeous websites for the state levels of parks and forests. In other states, there aren't as many websites per se.
But they're very
so-
similar setup.
They are, but recreation.gov is literally
That's the
the
national level.
best place to do state parks,
Well, no, federal.
forests, federal, and national that are not in the state of Florida. That's where I usually find most of my information. Just so everybody knows. So
Other pros.
pros of the state parks or parks. It's secure.
Hang on, before we go on, we always have to stop short because a member is in. Old Lady
Hello.
Luck.
Oh, hello.
So one of our channel
Hello.
members. We give
I don't
love
have
for
a
our channel
cool
members.
phone like that.
Yeah, mine's
Oh.
not
You're
good.
getting more.
Yeah, mine
doing
doesn't
more.
do that.
So
I didn't
thank
upgrade
you
my
so
iOS.
much. We love to see green. Here we do this too. Y'all get confetti.
Yeah. My I didn't upgrade my iOS, so I can't do
Right.
that stuff yet.
Oh, you can't do that yet?
No, I refuse to do that iOS upgrade.
Yep. But thank you so much, Old Lady Luck. And Old Lady Luck, for the record, for everyone out there watching us, you got to go watch her, number one. She does a lot of slot machines at the Four Feathers, I think is her casino out that way. But man, does she, LOL, no upgrade. Or Seven Feathers. I'm sorry, it's Seven Feathers Casino. There are a lot of really cool slot machines. You'd love her channel, Christine. You and I, we love slot machines. We love shiny. She hits bonuses a lot, and it's a great time. You definitely got to watch some.
That'd be fun.
But thanks for coming in, Old Lady Luck.
Yep.
All right, so
Ryan,
let's
do you
finish
need
this
to
up.
do your plug before we go on?
Yeah, because we're at the
This is
midway
gonna
point,
turn
and
into a
we're running
two-parter.
short on time.
Is it
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, let me do the plug really quick.
Yes,
then.
yes. So this is the plug for the group cruise that we have created for November Thanksgiving this year.
Yes, it's Thanksgiving this year, so I'm going to play this really quick so you can see where we're going, and then I'm going to tell you why you need to jump on it with us. So here you go.
Attention all adventurers and travel lovers. Are you ready to embark on the ultimate getaway? Join PK Adventure Travels for an unforgettable group cruise aboard the brand new MSC World America, a ship that redefines luxury and adventure on the high seas. This is a 7-night Caribbean cruise departing from vibrant Miami, Florida on November 22nd, 2025. Imagine spending Thanksgiving week surrounded by turquoise waters, warm sunshine, and breathtaking destinations. Here's what's in store. Explore the tropical paradise of Roatan, Honduras. Discover the stunning beauty of Costa Maya, Mexico. Dive into the vibrant culture and crystal clear waters of Cozumel, Mexico. And enjoy pure relaxation on MSC's private island, Ocean Cay, where white sand beaches and exclusive experiences await. You don't want to miss this opportunity to cruise, connect, and create memories with like-minded travelers. Whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or both, this cruise has it all. Spaces are limited, and this is your chance to sail with PK Adventure Travels and experience the Caribbean like never before. Call now or visit us online to reserve your spot. The countdown to your dream vacation starts now.
Woo!
Yay.
And here's the best part. Number one, it's a holiday cruise.
Yep.
So you can have Thanksgiving, and we're Thanksgiving at sea, if I remember.
So you only need to take
correctly.
off like 3 days of work.
Yeah, that's right. 3 days of work. If you
It's
get Black
easy
Friday
on the
Thanksgiving
vacation
Day.
time.
Yeah.
So, but here's the other cool part. We were able to lock in rates before the 2025 price hike.
Mhm.
So right
Good
now,
rates, really good ones.
yeah. So right now we also have a $50 onboard credit per cabin. So that's always a plus. But based off current prices, our interior rates are now $304 cheaper per person. So we're talking $600 cheaper than the going rates for double occupancy in the cabin. Our balconies are $324 cheaper a person. So again, $650 basically cheaper than the going rates. And then our infinite ocean view, which we have super limited stock of, which is the floor to ceiling windows, is $404 cheaper a person. So, $800 cheaper than the going rates right now. And it's only going to skyrocket higher. So these are phenomenal, prices that we have for the
And
group
we
cruise.
only have,
It's almost like a friends and family discount.
I know,
Yeah.
right? It's almost like that. But yeah, so we've got limited stock
Spots.
and spots right now. So if you want to hop on this with us, let us know. Again, Mel and I are through Expedia, so that's how we were able to score these really good deals and get that group cruise going. So if you're looking for something to do November and you want a sweet deal to be on the newest and biggest MSC cruise ship, then let us know. Reach out to PK Adventure Travels, or you can reach out to Mel and I through the Expedia websites.
All right, throwing it back to you.
Anyway,
Christine.
giving it back to you guys to continue going with the RV. We just wanted to do that plug since we officially have everything rolling on this.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.
All right. Well, we're starting to run low on time. Looks like we got about 3 minutes left.
We can go a little bit longer whenever you're done
Okay.
with the next segment. Because Scott's on a cruise.
So I'll start going with the pros.
You won't do anything
Oh.
because you're freezing.
All right.
Freeze dance.
Am I freezing?
Oh, yeah.
No, you're good now. All right, Vogue.
Oh, okay. All right. Pros. Yeah. Pros are, it's definitely more secure. 9 times out of 10, the state ran or federally ran places, they're gated. When the day is through and the park closes to the public, it's really just campers and their guests inside. And you need to get a gate code.
There's
to get
always
in and out.
rangers. Always rangers on site.
Always
camp hosts
rangers.
on site.
Yep. There's always a camp host. A camp host is someone who volunteers and works-ish for these campsites. And you will find those not only in the parks, but also in RV resorts and stuff. So they're there to, make sure your bathrooms are clean and answer any questions, help you if you break down, because they have tools and stuff, recommendations of things. That's what the camp host is about. But that's for another video. There's nominal costs for these places. It's usually a small fee. Like most of our state parks, I think, end up being $36 a night.
They run
Ish.
right now. They're running about 32 at this season, but they do flux slightly per season. In seasonal aspects. So the lowest we've ever gone away is like 28. The most we've ever paid is like 38. So it's when you talk about a per night cost, it's very reasonable to have the be inside one of these areas.
Mhm.
Yep, absolutely. And we have Peter Dell came in, so welcome in, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hello.
Hello.
How you
Um,
doing?
Hello.
Wait.
Hey, How you
How
doing?
you doing?
But yeah, and I like the costs at the state forests and state parks much better too. That
Yeah.
lets us get out more frequently.
I have
Yeah.
a couple cons when you get to it though.
Okay.
So do we.
I
So do
always
we.
run.
Which is from Australia.
Hello.
We definitely want to go down out there.
Hello.
So good morning then to Peter, right? Good morning, technically.
Probably.
Or good day, mate. I don't know. Is that racist? I don't. Can you still do that in the world? I hope we can. I hope
Oh
I
my
didn't miss something.
gosh. Yeah.
Anyway, cons about state parks.
Oh, we're still on pros here.
Okay,
Okay,
back to
so
pros.
There's a lot of pros.
the parks have amenities such as bathhouses, fire rings, pavilions, grills, little nature trails,
Hiking,
things like
biking,
that.
kayaking, shooting.
Hiking, biking, outdoor activities, kayaking, sometimes hunting, sometimes
Snorkeling.
geocaching, snorkeling, you name it. They're for an outdoor lover. Their sites are usually larger than a boondock site or even than an RV park. They're more private than some other places because you're definitely surrounded by trees and bushes and stuff, and you're not as close to your neighbor. We already touched on outdoor activities. Also, there's known utilities. So you know when you're reserving, you're going to get power and water because you pay a little extra
And
for
sewer in
that.
some
And
locations.
sewer in some
Okay.
locations.
You know what to expect when you walk in.
Yeah, you know what to expect. They also try and post pictures of your site. They're not always the best, but they try.
They're not always up to
Um,
date. Sometimes that
yeah.
little twig in the corner, by the time you get there, is actually now a 12-foot tree in the middle of your place.
Right, right. And usually with those locations, you can stay 1 to 14 days, sometimes up to 30, depending on the place.
And then you got to get out.
Anybody got any more pros for the
If
state?
if you're a resident of the state in many of the state parks
Oh,
and forests,
yes.
you can reserve significantly further out, reservation-wise. Like
The
Florida, we can go 11
non-residents.
months, where non-residents can only go, I think, 30 to 45 days out. So it could be a pro and a con depending on where you want to go.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you have, Mel? That was a con. What's that? I know you want to say something about it.
Well, my con is the phone signals for most state forest and national parks sometimes are non-existent.
Yeah. Terrible.
Terrible.
It's-
Like,
Those-
so when you're trying to go out there and actually do work and you need internet, don't bank on it.
At least not with your cell phone. You'll need something like you guys potentially have. I
Like,
don't know
yeah,
how yours
we have a
does.
Travelfy or
Helen and I are
Starlink.
eventually going to get, I think, a Starlink for us
Yeah,
at
so-
some point. But
Yeah.
And I'm sure the other one you have on your list, Christine, is just it's harder to get reservations sometimes.
on season.
Yes, that
Yeah, on
that
season.
is
Yeah.
one of our.
That's the
one
only
of our
two I
cons.
had.
All right. I would like to point out that I have AT&T.
Okay.
never
Clearly,
had a
that's why
problem
you're
getting
And
freezing.
clearly
up.
it's
No
working
bars,
perfectly.
no places.
I have a
That's our house internet.
TNT.
That's the house, not my phone. Yeah. All right. Some cons are your neighbors. Your neighbors, they try and do quiet hours and stuff, but that doesn't mean that your neighbors aren't hogging their campsite spread out real far. They could still be having a party or loud. They could wake up early in the morning. Those are some things. Time limits. There is a definite check in and check out.
Some are stricter than others.
So 9 times out of 10, it's not always worth it for one day. Yep, yep. So, let's say here in Florida, it's check in at 3 and check out at 11. Sometimes it's just not worth to do it for one night. It's better to do it for 2 so you can enjoy the place you were at. They're hard to reserve. We've already touched on that. The time of year of when you go, more crowded, less crowded, weather elements, those things taken in consideration. And then some of them are in disrepair. Like, for example, Hillsborough River State Park is currently closed and will be closed for the foreseeable future due to the hurricanes. But before it was closed, they had a bridge that you could cross on a nature trail that has been closed for about 20 years from a prior hurricane. So
Yeah.
you got to take into consideration that not always are they on top of maintaining. Sometimes the bathrooms look outdated, but they're clean. Sometimes the bathrooms are brand new. Just depends on where they're putting the money. So
Yeah.
don't be disappointed if you think you're gonna go on some cool suspension bridge and it's closed due to snow, weather, flooding, what have you.
Yeah, they're working on limited, taxpayer budget.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You have to pick and choose where it goes.
Yeah, I see Peter
Right.
commenting that Florida. He's right. Florida has really got some really crazy stuff. We have parks with waterfalls, parks with suspension bridges, parks with gorges, parks with underground caverns.
Coming soon. Coming soon. We got one coming soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's right. Florida has an exceptionally diverse set of ecosystems when you're talking about being down at the tip by Miami and the Keys and Naples where we were, and when you talk about where it snowed 10 inches in the Panhandle a week ago up at the Alabama-Georgia borders. The foliage, the animal life, what the parks look like and how they are set up. They're such a huge variety. So he really made a great point. I just thought I'd point that
That's
out.
true. That's true. And
Yep.
we do have like parks on the beach and parks in the woods and parks that you can only kayak to. One of our parks you can only take a plane to or a
Yep.
4-hour ferry
Or
ride.
for our ferry. Yep.
So yeah.
I haven't figured out how to get the camper on the ferry yet.
No, you can't. You got a tent camp
It's
only
10,
there.
it's 10 camping only. Same with the one where you have to paddle in. We have a lot of paddle in ones up north, actually.
Especially in Swanee River.
Yeah, especially in that area where you have to literally bring your, they have a screened enclosure with an outlet and a light available for you to reserve. But yeah, you're paddling everything in, for that particular trip and then paddling it right back out. It's on the to-do list though.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
And Peter's right as well. Nature definitely has a way of both relaxing and impressing.
It does.
It
Yes.
does. It does.
So.
Anybody else with pros or cons of
I think another pro on the
Woodsy.
forest and
Mhm.
state park is, well, maybe more of the forest, not the state park, but I think at least the ones we went to are a little bit more spread out from your
Mhm.
neighbor.
Yes.
So you're
Yeah.
not side by side. You have a little bit more buffer between each of your sites.
Yeah.
This
You
is true. Yes,
definitely
yes.
do.
The Ocala Forest, the Withlacoochee State Forest, the two, which are two of the three that we've been in. I agree that their areas, they've got, relatively speaking, ample space around, and you're not on top of each other. They do I don't know if it's just a really good design or if that's their intent.
They're also tighter spots though, so you can't get a big rig in there at all.
Yeah.
No, I would say
you can get a big rig in. You just have to remember that they are limited once you go above certain size campers, which we've talked about in other videos, that you've got to be able to plan for your entire rig to be in, a single line. It's not pulling in and then having your car next to you type of thing, like in the wide.
I think about
wide
30,
areas.
35 is going to be pushing it though. Feet.
Yeah, honestly, I try when we're looking for stuff. I try to look for a total driveway or total site length of 40 foot, even though we've only got a 25 and a half foot rig and an F-150, short bed F-150. We've only got the 5.5 foot. So, but to be comfortable and know that I'm in and I have some room to play for leveling and such, I look for 40 foot length ourselves.
Yeah, Peter's got a question.
Yep. And
Yes.
yes, Peter,
Yes.
Jayco is absolutely still very popular here.
So popular that Camping World in Brooksville recently just grand opened a dedicated Jayco facility where all they do are sell the different Jayco models, styles, and line, and specialize both their knowledge and service for them. Jayco is extremely popular.
We're
Yeah.
not eating on
And
anybody's
look
time,
who's
right?
coming in. Em is here too.
Hey,
Hey,
Em.
Em. Wait, there we go.
Hi.
Doesn't work for me. Sorry.
I guess my
doesn't
iOS
work.
is not up there
Yeah.
either.
Welcome in. Yeah, you're
Um,
iOS. I'm using the same camera as you.
I know.
You got to make it more distinctive.
It actually has to look like a heart,
Your
not
heart-
a.
or what? Your heart's horrible.
I'm sorry,
I'm
my
not sure what it
hands
look-
don't bend that way. There we go.
There it goes.
So one of the things I would point out between the parks and the forests, the parks have big sites, bigger than boondocking, what have you.
Mhm.
But the forests, your sites are very big.
They can.
Very,
be.
so
Yeah.
where you park isn't necessarily big, right? It's a 20-foot pad or a 30-foot pad or 40-foot pad. But your space around you, where your picnic table and your fire ring and all that, where you
Mhm.
could set up and spread out,
Yeah,
is usually
a
pretty
screen
darn
house
big.
or
Yeah,
chair.
you could put a whole screen house, a
Yeah.
pop-up tent. It usually is pretty big site.
Yeah,
Well,
we find room for a 12 by 12 pop up screen tent. When we're in the forest all the time, never a problem. It's the it's the state parks we occasionally don't find the space for it if we haven't planned for the site accordingly.
Right.
Right.
And so we've done mostly forest and state park camping right now. Us.
Yes,
Brian and I.
Yeah.
I think you guys have gone a lot of boondocking and state forest and forest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. The only thing we haven't had a lot of experience is the one thing you have most of, and that's at
Yes.
Bougie RV Resorts, which we'll talk about next week.
Yeah, it'll be next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We have Peter. Yeah, here in Australia, they have a popular forest called the Daintree Rainforest. Ooh, that sounds.
Oh, that
just
sounds
That
awesome.
sounds amazing.
amazing.
It
I'd
sounds
love
like
to
it rains there a
go
lot,
right
though.
there.
I'd be afraid of anything in Australia, though. Everything.
I mean, everything in Australia wants
killed
to
you.
kill you. I heard.
True.
Well,
true.
I want to go there for a couple of things. Camping would be great in the bush, in the outback, but also, I mean,
There's a
who-
Pokemon you can only get there in between Australia and New Zealand, so that is a life goal for me.
Oh my
Yeah, but
gosh.
who doesn't want to go to the Great Barrier Reef down there too?
Hey, Em, you haven't camped, but
Yeah.
what is your ideal though? So, what would you like to camp? Where?
Yeah, I guess I should get ready to close that poll down. So yeah,
You know,
if you haven't picked
Or
your
keep,
dream area.
can you hold it over till next week?
No, it's the polls are
Oh.
only on a
Oh.
per show basis.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm not in production. That's why I'm in marketing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and we'll end this up here. Let's see what we got.
Woohoo! I see the results before you
I
guys.
hope it's not Bougie Resorts because man, those,
So
I don't really love. I have that's the one that I actually found the most cons for.
did you? Yeah. So the beach.
You haven't tried it yet, though.
Yeah, beach
Wait,
resort
wait.
is number one.
You got to read what it is.
Oh, what is your dream glamping spot? So beach.
Okay.
Beach has got 50% of the votes.
Mhm.
Resorts came in second place with 25%. Then you've got the woods at 16% and 8% in the mountains.
The mountains are tough to bring a camper to. I mean, let's face it. When you
Oh,
start
yeah.
having 9% grade elevations, if your truck's not ready for that,
Yeah.
you
I
don't
know,
have a
but
transition anymore.
But you could be in a valley with the mountain view.
Yeah, but you still got to drive around or through that mountain to get into the valley. So
Yeah.
Nice.
But Peter makes good comments. We could see more of that on our side too, to preserve and protect. I mean, we've seen it if you watch some of our, especially the caving that we did at, what was it, Colt Creek, we did the caves, and then you guys also did the Dame and Peace Caves as well, where you see graffiti all over the place.
That was that Holdermine.
that was
Yeah,
that was at
forest.
Holder Mine,
Yeah.
which was technically inside the Withlacoochee State Forest overall border.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, very cool.
That's
Very cool.
awesome.
Very nice. Yeah, I love to snorkel. So I've been to Belize, which is the second biggest, but I got to make it down under to hit the biggest
We can
reef.
do a whole series of camping in Australia.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
That would be
just
fun.
pull that
But
thing
you
into
sell the
big
house and
tent.
get
plan.
work remote.
I have a 12-step program. He just hasn't got with it yet.
We could plan our dream camping vacation in Australia and then do a live on it.
Mhm.
Yes, we could.
There you go. There you
And
go.
we'll get thousands of followers because
I'd
they
be
would love
I'd be arrested because I would want to bring home a sloth.
that.
Kangaroo.
Sloth.
Yeah.
They got-
Or
every
koala. Maybe a koala.
Koalas I can do.
I don't know. Anything that I can eat at Outback Steakhouse.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Do they have Outback
that's
Steakhouses in Outback?
Americans' poor interpretation of You know,
It is.
Alaska
It's a horribly
or,
commercialized
Australian
interpretation. Yeah. No, over in
food.
Australia they have Midwest Steakhouse.
Midwest Steakhouse.
Okay.
So
Oh my goodness.
All right,
yeah, I
guys. I
didn't
think
know,
it's probably that
actually.
time, so we're not stepping on anyone's toes.
yeah, usually it's Scott and Wormstrong Adventures, but they're Scott's on a cruise this week, so there's no show.
Okay, cool.
So we still got a little bit of time if we're at a halfway point and the rest can
Well,
wait till next week, we could do that.
We're about
too.
2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, well,
You want to knock? Should we try to knock it out tonight? That way you can keep to your February cruising itinerary.
Sure. Why not?
Oh,
right,
okay.
Somebody else up.
All right, bougie overpriced resorts for the loss. I mean, yeah, for the loss.
Okay. Since they came close to winning, the bougie RV resorts or RV parks. So these are going to be the parks that you pay more money for. They're going to come with usually a full hookup. They're usually privately owned, so they're going to be very well maintained.
I don't know about that part.
Not always. Not
Everyone has a
always.
slumlord.
Yeah, not always, but that's where we're going with. Because, like, let's face it, Margaritaville doesn't look like crap ever. It's always going to be well maintained.
Oh, it's very
Fort
well
Wilderness is always going to be well maintained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for $250 a night. It should be.
I was going to say, for what we're paying to go to Fort Wilderness to camp in June, Mickey Mouse better come over and level my goddamn RV.
You know what?
I don't
You
want
didn't
anybody
pay-
goofying around out there.
You don't even have to pay full price for that because you got Disney hookups.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
welcome in, Scott McNeil.
Scott.
Hey,
Hello.
Scott.
So
Okay.
the hookups are magical?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But-
they're
It
magical.
depends on what part of Disney you're hooking up with.
Yeah. But
Is it the mermaid and
enough, CJ. So the bougie thing, Mel and I, we actually did one this year. That was our January vacation that will probably episode. I'm going to be able to make 2 episodes and a tour out of. But, with post-production and all that, I'm sure it'll come out August. I don't know. Just
I was going to say
depends
Labor
on-
Day this week.
I mean, I still have camping from last year that I haven't done. We throw in the cruises. That seems to be the more popular parts of our channel are the cruise tours and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we did Splash RV Resort, and Mel was the one that found this one.
Yes. So I Google searched it, and that's how I find things sometimes. And I actually heard it from another RVer that actually is going to be holding a conference there in April. So I looked it up, and they had an opening and a special. I went on ChatGPT, found a coupon, saved $40, and so yeah, we booked a couple nights there. So my con with that is, I'm just going straight into the cons real quick. I didn't know it was near the interstate. I didn't realize it was that close to the
How
interstate.
close to?
You didn't realize that the interstate ran between you and the RV next to
Well,
you?
the problem is I didn't pick my site. I just said, hey, pick a site for me. And I picked like the next level up so I can have a little bit more buffer. And I guess all the premium sites were up towards the front, which was a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because I was away from like all the chaos in the back. There was because this had a lot of campers who actually lived there. There was kids there. There was a clubhouse. I mean,
Ugh, kids.
Yeah.
so there's a lot of that is on the pro side, but there's a lot to do there and stuff as far as activities planned. They had like a whole clubhouse with fireplace and cozy seats and
Little
truck
kind
food
of
trucks.
food trucks that were kind of there all day, like a snack area. You could get
Yeah.
breakfast, lunch, dinner, wine, beer, liquor,
A lazy river, swimming pool, heated
Yeah.
pools. It had a lot of amenities.
like
So that's your
putt-putt,
pros.
one of those putt-putt courses that they just made where they bought the stuff and hooked it together. So you had like 9 holes that kind of ringed around the pool that you could play.
Yeah. But the advantage of actually being up there in the front is a lot of people, it was less crowded. and I had the whole bathhouse to myself. I didn't see a single person there one time.
Yeah.
So
Don't worry,
I
they
had,
saw you though.
I saw all the showers were to myself and the bath.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the pros, I mean, it is more expensive, but we only camped one time that month, so
Yeah, it kind of made up for the
it kinda made
the
up
whole
for it.
month that we normally would have camped like 2 or 3 times was done in just that one
Nice.
visit. But it was kind of cool too, because I mean, this particular one was so fancy. All you had to do was text the number they gave you, and they would bring you almost anything. Like I had our propane topped off. I texted him, "Hey, I need to get my propane filled." He's like, "Okay." They came out, picked up my propane tank, took it, filled it up, brought it back. If they have a happy hour, they're like, "Hey, if you want us to bring you a Bloody Mary, if you want us to bring you a margarita, just text us." And they had this little cart that would come out to bring you booze or food
Oh
or
yeah.
stuff like that. If you needed someone to walk your dog, they had a pet walker that was there for you. So there were a lot of cool things. I mean, and as far as dog lovers go and things like that, we did bring Peach with us. They actually had 2 dog parks, and at the dog park was also a wash stand that had the little grates that your dog can stand on. You could give them a whole bath and a whole, everything right there in the little dog park area. So, I mean, there was a lot of really cool amenities.
So it had its plus
that.
and minuses like everything else. The price is the most con though, but it's also the most popular way to camp right now versus the other ways.
It is.
Well, that's because the other lower cost ones are on season and so hard to book right this moment.
And that's the reason I
You're
ended up
forced.
doing the bougie one, because I could not find anything else.
Mhm.
Yep. Welcome
Hey.
in, Lucia and Glenn. Hey,
Hello.
Lucia.
Hey.
Oh,
Welcome, foolish mortals.
That's okay. We actually were running a little bit later because we know Scott is on a cruise and they're not doing their episode. So instead of our normal 30 minutes, we're going a little marathon here.
I guess we're gonna go another
Yeah.
8 minutes.
All right, so here's what CJ and I came up with for pros and cons for the bougie campsites.
Okay.
The pros are you always have a planned activity, like a actual resorts have a list of activities you could do.
Or cruise ship has
Or
something
cruise
to
ship.
do.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's going to be updated amenities like food, pool, camp, store, babysitting, dog walking.
Yeah.
You
As long as
name
it's
it,
not a slumlord place.
they could have it. Yep.
Right.
They'll usually have Wi-Fi and cable available. Not
When
that
they
they
work.
always work,
Yep.
but they will be offered
Yeah.
for a fee sometimes.
Usually.
And here's my thing as well with cable being offered. Like, what TV nowadays actually has coaxial connections? So the only
None.
way you can plug in to their TV is by plugging in with the coaxial, and then you got to figure out how to then take your coaxial out of your RV and turn it into an HDMI cable to go into all the digital TVs. So that I'm still
Or
at a
you could
loss
just
for
buy a
understanding
Roku
that.
TV and call it a day.
Yeah, that's what Mel and I did.
Our camper TV does still happen to have a F style connection for coaxial cable.
Mhm.
So I guess that means I'm old.
Yeah, but that's what Mel and I did when we went up to the Splash RV. Is we actually brought our Roku from the home because we knew it was going to be Wi-Fi. It was actually very, very strong Wi-Fi. So yeah, we just hooked up the Roku to the Wi-Fi and boom.
Somebody
there you
want
go.
to say hi?
Hey,
Somebody wanna
PG.
do
Hi,
this.
Peachy girl.
She's like, "Hi,
Um,
everybody."
So
She's like,
they
all right, you
all-
can put me down now.
They also may have food or drink service or whatever.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Peter. Hopefully
Thanks,
everything
Pete.
goes
Have
well
a great
with your
day,
appointment.
Peter.
Yeah, bye.
So they could have food services or things like that for a fee. Another pro is they're usually going to be close to tourist venues or tourist areas.
Yeah, like
There's going to be
Splash RV.
something to do outside of the camp.
Yeah, we were like 25 minutes
from
from Pensacola and like 10 minutes from Santa Rosa and Fort Walton Beach area. So
It
yeah,
was very well located.
Yeah.
Right off
Yeah.
I-10.
Yeah, I mean, and look, we'll bring up the one that we looked at in February that we thought about going to. It's at 192, which is the main Disney drag, and the Florida State Turnpike. I mean, it's literally less than a quarter mile off the exit. a whole bunch of the resorts that we looked at. So yeah, they tend to be very well located, because it's a commercial business, a private commercial business.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I have to say for that comment. Thank you, Em.
Okay, so some of our cons they're usually the most expensive.
Yep, without a doubt.
We
We
hit that.
talked about that. Your spaces are gonna be smaller 9 times out of 10. It is gonna be a parking lot where maybe you can pull out your slides and maybe you can't.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10. Less private, less trees, because they want more people to come there, right?
Right.
You know what I think of? The way the genie explains the lamp in Aladdin. All these magic amenities, itty bitty living space.
Yeah, right. Welcome in, Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying your break. I'm missing you, but I know you'll be back, I think, next week, I think.
Hi.
And then we also have Cruz Bolero that's come in. So thank you.
Hey, Cruz Bolero.
Does she want to go out? Is that what she's yipping?
She's probably whining. I'll go take her out.
Yeah.
She'll survive another 4.5
really
minutes.
quick. She's just
So,
been her tummy's been a little upset lately, so we have to take her out when she's
Another
What else
one
you
we
got?
came up with is at the RV parks. 9 times out of 10, it is going to be the only place you cannot have an open fire. And what we say by that, whether it's KOA or a resort style, whatever, they have common fire area rings or
Community.
common area or community fire rings.
Mhm.
Or in some cases, they will let you bring an enclosed portable fire unit. And CJ and I had the little discussion. Well, to me, the fire ring at the park is enclosed. Now,
Hey,
what
bring
they
our fire
mean by
ring
that
thing in here.
is when you buy something from like Lowe's
Bring
or
our
Home
fire
Depot, it usually comes with a lid or a cover. That's what
Yeah.
makes it enclosed.
Yeah,
Where-
and I can tell you at the place that we were at, the Splash RV, that's exactly what it was. There were community fire rings that you can get to, and not too many of them.
Mine's bigger.
But this was one of the other things that we
so
have
got
now.
solo stove.
Oh, when did you get a
So-
solo stove?
So it's
I don't think
it's one that basically has an opening here in the bottom with air, and then it's got the raised platform again for air, and then the top. And so these are ones that you generally can bring as well. So it can go on top of your picnic table. It can be elevated off the ground. And we got the bigger one because it was super cold up north.
Oh yeah.
And this would give us a little more heat to radiate out. But yeah, that's definitely
we don't
one
have
of-
a bougie fireplace or something like an RV.
yeah.
Oh,
But
well.
that's one of the ones. Usually, if it's X or Y Z off the ground, self-contained with the cover, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, and we put a fire mat down too.
Yeah, we have a fire mat too to be able to put down.
And since we all like to burn things,
Yeah,
fire is an important thing for us. Now, if you don't like to burn things and fire is not an important thing for you, that might not be a con for you.
Yep.
You
we
might not
like
care.
the sound, the heat. We like to do s'mores, all that kind of stuff. We usually burn most of our trash that can be burned to cut down on putting stuff in the garbage cans there, because that's always a pain as well. Is how far are you from the garbage to dump? That was the other thing. We could put our garbage on the bougie one. We could put our garbage at the end of our row, and they came around several times a day to pick it up for you. So
Well, that's better than the garbage men at your house.
So,
Yeah.
right?
Another con is limited check-in times. So, boondocking in state parks, as long as you let them know, you can
There's
come
a-
at any time.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility there.
Yeah, there's not as much flexibility as a resort and RV park. Another thing is the RV parks and resorts definitely need to know all information, including the year of your camper, what kind of camper, how long your camper, and it's no joke. There have been many, many people who have complained that they've gotten denied or kicked out because for one reason or another, their camper or even their children or their camping style didn't fit the mold of that park. So it's not all parks, but
You can fix that by not bringing kids because nobody needs those.
sure you could. But there are some places that don't want a camper 10 years old and they could look
Yeah.
beautiful, brand new.
Yeah,
But because
it
it's 10
doesn't
years
matter.
old,
year.
you can't
Some of them
go.
are flexible if you send them a picture. I've seen that.
Yeah,
But
but
some
not
are
many.
not.
Most are not. Most are. I don't
Yeah.
care what it looks like. It's over our
Right.
year.
And most require a picture regardless. And then the last thing we have that I thought was a con with RV parks, people live there
Mhm.
In some cases.
in
That's
some
I do.
cases.
I mean, Mel and
Yeah.
I met people at Splash RV who have been living there for 3 months, and they're going to be there for another 5. He works out of not Eglin; it was the other
the Air
one,
Force
Air
Base.
Force Base that was
Right.
near there, and they're going to Japan this summer. And they're like, we didn't want to buy a house; there wasn't any room on base, so why not? It's cheaper to just live in our fifth wheel here for 8 months.
I think that's a pro and a
So-
con, though.
It
It
you
is
know
a
what?
pro and a
I could
con.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it was nice to talk to them because they had a lot of information about the area and
Yeah.
made some great recommendations of places to go.
Yep. Welcome
yeah.
in, Mike. Thanks for coming by.
Hey, Cruise Nuts.
Hey. Yeah, I think it's very cool to meet somebody who lives in their camper full time. Don't get me wrong. However, it's also a con. You're a short term visitor in some cases. Now you're invading in their space, right?
Yeah.
Or
They
it
could-
just
They could
other
get
things.
lazy. Yeah, they could get lazy about their space and maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe let it go when they've
Yeah.
been there. But
Yeah,
Mel and I
but
knew
they
something
didn't
was
mow the
up.
lawn or they didn't paint their RV or change their roof or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know Mel and I knew something was fishy because of the way that the kids were acting around the staff, and the staff was hugging them and all that. It's like, what's
What
going
kind of
on?
RV
What
park
kind of
is-
RV park is this?
Oh,
And then we found out, that they had been there for 3 months already, and the kids, hung out all the time with the staff, and so that's why they were super friendly and all of that.
Oh man, you excited me. I'm like, wait, did the camp counselors? So
No.
how do you? I'm like, I want to go
stop
to that
it.
camp.
This is
Stop
not
it.
band camp.
Oh, my bad.
So,
Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do with you?
I know, right? We're gonna get
We're
censored.
gonna-
Is what's gonna
We're
happen.
going to mute him.
But I tell you, the upcoming, since our last discussion, we've had some updates with camping trips this year. So
We have had quite a few.
Yep.
We
Christine's
have.
already mentioned it, that we had a connection that we were able to leverage for Fort Wilderness. So that'll
so we
be
do a little Disney camping in June. Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
our bougie camping.
and that's our anniversary too.
Yep.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me give you hearts that don't work on my.
You did take me to Alaska
I did
this
take you to
year.
Alaska last year. We're doing Camp Wilderness this year.
Yes.
Wow, Disney and a bunch of kids versus the beautiful wilderness of
I know.
Alaska.
I know. Let's go back to Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
But
You
it'll
know,
be
it's our
interesting.
10-year anniversary.
I know it's
This
our
year.
anniversary this year. Thank you, dear.
10,
awesome.
10 years.
Yes, I know. Thank you, dear.
And
She's telling you a well
25 of being back together.
25, yeah, 25 of that. But yeah,
So-
I understand.
Oh, and we got another one that's come in. You're on, you're us on Oz. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
Hi.
And that's a yo. That's
I mean, that-
size, is it?
Foolish mortals.
I know a guy who yo-yo-yos, but I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
but
that
he's on a
guy.
cruise and he has no internet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think
Oh
so.
wait, technically, I think he was coming back tonight.
Maybe he's using somebody else's phone that he
I
found. on
don't
the cruise.
know. That's the $1 million question. But you know
That's
what?
something
I'm
that
not-
somebody from Atlanta might do.
Brooklyn in the house.
We will play it
Just in
front,
case.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
But yeah,
So-
Oh, look, it's why are you so nosy? He just told you he just corrected how you say it.
Oh, why are you so nosy?
Ryan's not good with phonetic things like that.
I
It's
am not.
okay.
I am not.
Yeah.
Not
We're still
in-
working on the first chapter of Hooked on Phonics.
So,
So back to the 10-year, 25-year anniversary and Ryan and Melinda talking about their fun anniversary trip to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. I mean, we used to go to Disney all the time, but then there were a lot of changes that occurred and a lot of price changes that have occurred that makes it a little difficult to go out
Enjoy it
nowadays and
Mhm.
enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's always fun, when we can make it out there. So it'll be interesting to see. We've never been to Camp Wilderness other than going to the lodge during the holiday, which I think that was probably my favorite Christmas decorated lodge.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Fort
They do a
Wilderness.
great job there. That and the Grand Floridian are two of the best.
Yeah. So
And you know who works at the lodge?
wait, does someone work at the lodge that we know?
Yeah,
One of the kids.
at the front desk.
Is it Winnie the Pooh
Oh,
Oh.
Mary Poppins.
and Tinker
Yeah.
Tailor?
Mary Poppins or the other one?
She's more like Tinkerbell sized.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's gonna be great. We're gonna be able to bring Disney because we really haven't done a trip to Disney in a while. So
No,
we'll
not
be
since
able
they
to-
We
got
only go when we can get in by
Yeah.
some person that we can mooch off of.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
That's
the
just
ultimate.
kind of my
mooch
price
backing.
point. I mean, we used to get like every other year. We used to get season passes, but it's just gotten way out of hand.
It's
Not
too
not just
expensive.
Disney.
Their philosophies
Universal
have
as well.
changed.
Yeah, Universal, Disney, both of them just cost wise have really started to make it more difficult for a casual person to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
true.
You can't go over there for a day trip. You actually have
Right.
to take out a mortgage loan on your
Yeah.
property to do it.
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean,
So
it's like
it's
everything. We've seen it, and we're not gonna.
Eggs going up
hard on it,
20%. You
but-
see that today?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
And
it'll be
then
fun.
we
It'll be
added Anastasia State Park in St.
Oh,
Augustine
In
around
August,
the time of my birthday.
we're camping on the
Yep.
beach in St. Augustine.
Which is a really hard
Is that
to
on
get
your calendar?
into. If you know, you know. So we're looking
Is
forward
that on
to
our
that.
calendar? Send us a calendar invite.
Thought we did.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Ryan and I
Or
added
maybe
something
not.
in February.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you guys added something.
there was a last minute cancellation at Silver Lake, and funny thing, we've been to Silver Lake, but I
Yeah, a
have
lot of
no
times.
video of it.
No,
So
Yeah.
we
I
don't.
think it was
That's
because we
true.
got rainstormed out that the last time that the four of us were there, and there was nothing to film because we were stuck in our RVs pretty much the whole.
the first time when we went with Fred.
That was our first time car camping.
Yeah, we were car camping, not RV camping, and it was cold. It was cold. We had bikes, but not kayaks, and we didn't film because we were Fred and Quinn, checking it out for the first time. Yeah, when we
Right.
were with you guys, it was there was weather and everything was
Pretty sure
flooded
it was
out.
flooded, yeah.
When Christy and I were there by ourselves, we also had some
It's there.
bad flooding. So hopefully this time you'll finally get to to do some filming and actually get some weather. To
Yeah,
allow
as
you
long
to
as
do
we
it.
don't get weather, because there's a way that connects us to one of the trails that we can ride as
Yeah,
well.
it connects
So
to the
we'll-
Withlacoochee State Trail, which is a 46-mile rails to trail bike system that Christine and I have done every inch of.
Yeah.
Very proud of us for that one.
We done.
Well,
portions
welcome
of it.
in, cruising with
Hey.
Calandra.
Hello. Wait.
Yeah.
I gotta go back.
You got to go
Press
back.
the button.
Go back.
Welcome to the party, pal.
There you go.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't checked out Cruising with Calandra, definitely go to her channels. She's up there in the New Jersey, New York area.
Mhm.
Does phenomenal drone work of the ships leaving out of the
Yeah.
ports up there.
Mhm.
As long as they've lifted the ban on drones because of that crazy thing that happened. I guess they banned all personal drone flying. So hopefully they've
Where?
opened that back up. Up in New Jersey, New York, there was
Yeah.
like
Such a weird state.
Same with Long Island, which is New York. I mean, Long Island should be its own state,
Yeah.
but don't tell New York that. They get angry.
I mean him, yes.
So, but anyway. Let's see. We also have Myakka State Park. Great place that
Right.
we've been. That's coming up this year. Let's
Which
see.
will be better since we won't be car camping this time.
Correct. We won't be
We'll
car
have air
camping for that.
conditioning.
Well,
That'll be good. Oh, I'm glad to see that the ban and stuff that you can get out there and fly that drone again. I was just looking at the chat. That's good.
Yeah, that is
Um,
good.
Yeah.
And sorry about that, Cruising. Yes, Tony, I'm sorry. Him versus her. My nomenclature's all messed up tonight.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. What else fun we got coming up? I don't know. We have a lot of camp. We have the rodeo coming up next month for Valentine's trip.
I don't think
We've
talked
got
about
the
the
we've
rodeo.
Christine and I have an extended version of the Helen trip where we meet all our favorite collaborators and you two celebrities. We'll be looking forward to that. We're going to go to Alabama. We're actually going to Alabama first back to the unclaimed baggage store again to see what
We
else
gotta
has been
FaceTime me
unclaimed.
to see if there's anything good there.
Yeah.
We'll FaceTime you so I can help you spend your money. No problem.
Yep. And if you guys
uh,
haven't seen that, check out our channel. We do have an episode on unclaimed baggage. It's basically, as the name implies, people who leave their baggage at airports and train
or
stations,
lose
stuff like that,
Yep.
or cruise. But most of those travel industries have a deal with the one and only store in Alabama. And they sell them the luggage, and then they turn around and sell that to the public. So that's where Mel and I mean, that's where I got this iPad. That was about $1,000 cheaper than buying it outright.
Yeah.
We got these Bose headsets that normally go for $300 for $100 each. A little DJI pocket camera I got for $150, and that goes for $400. So, I mean,
Fred got that awesome GoPro with the
the GoPro
extra
10 with
mic and
the
lighting
media
in the
mod
case
for like
dirt
$80
cheap
or something like that. It would have been $400. So, I mean, there are.
I
some
was really
diamond
impressed with the creamsicle beanie for the Bucks. Go Bucks.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You found one creamsicle something for your Bucks
Oh, my
team.
stuff
for like $2, and this is an NFL logo that would have gone for like 50 or 60.
Yeah, you can, and it's old. It's creamsicle. They don't even make that one anymore. So I mean, I've bought video games and stuff there. Which floats my interest and things that have been found there. So yeah, there's cool stuff there. So we're doing that, and then we're going back once more. Again, you can check out our video on this, but we're going back to the Little Grand Canyon at Lake Providence Park there in Georgia as well. And Christine and I are pretty sure we're going to try to film and hike the upper rim, looking down this time instead of going down into the various ones. And then we'll meet you guys, like I said, in Helen, see everybody there for all of our other favorite YouTubers. Maybe get a Cabbage Patch Kid from the farm around. I'm sorry, the hospital around the corner. Things like that.
Well, if Darian was here, he might watch it on the replay. But if he was here, he'd say, make sure we have the spaghetti ice. So we'll have to have spaghetti ice. It's basically ice cream that they press through a spaghetti maker that then makes it come out.
Okay, so it's like Dipping Dots, but
it's kind of like a Dipping Dots, but I guess it's really big over in Germany, and obviously Helen being a German town,
the Bavarian themed place
has brought that to him as well.
Oh, we got a couple people.
We got another person that came in. Welcome
in,
Marcation.
Hello, wait.
Hello there.
Somebody. Did you see? Hey, there's another comment there. That's cool. Hey, someone wants to hop into our lives. You can have it. You are welcome to have my life for one day. It might seem like we're having a good time now, but let me promise you that from well before sunup until 20 minutes before we're getting together to do this tonight, some of us are grinding at the work.
She's talking about hopping into our live.
It's a he. I used the wrong term. It's a he. Yes, but yes, Tony. We're talking
about hopping into our live, not our lives.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll definitely reach out to you, and we can definitely set it up and bring you in here on the panel.
Yes,
100%.
We love talking to people.
You can still have my day job if you want it.
Sure.
Yeah, my day
I'll
job,
trade it.
You could live a day in my shoes living with that man, the driver.
I don't know, babe. Your feet are pretty small.
The other way.
The other way,
Christine, you were backwards. There we go.
That guy?
This way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just go that way.
Yeah, I'll reach out and we'll definitely set something up.
Yeah,
that guy. He's something else.
No, not me.
Technically,
So
I was gonna say technically that would be me. I do most of the interaction when you see us out and about in other lives and things like that. I pretty much do most of that aspect here.
Well, yeah. We all started it together. Ryan is the
I'm the face.
He's the head editor, and all videos final go through him. And
I just drive us places.
That's not true. CJ and I created the brand and the logo, and Melinda was our original OG first agent.
Yeah.
And I'm the
And
DJ.
now she's the DJ.
No, I'm
We
still
are
the
gonna get ourselves some shirts like he's just a driver. I originally was the planner, like, so road tripping as a whole or taking the scenic route has kind of always been my vibe. So I take us crazy places. Everybody says Christine just finds her shiny spots. That could be
Yeah.
the biggest ball of yarn, the largest peanut, the smallest church.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm pretty sure we linked up on Tuber Chat.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where we linked up. You're nosy.
You
Yeah.
are nosy. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah. Anyways,
It's the
that's our little
why
backstory.
are you so nosy?
Nosy.
Yeah. Why are you so nosy? Yeah. I'm
That's
almost
cool. No, I like
positive
it.
it was either Tuber Chat or it could have been Driving Daily
I
or
thought he was going to say driving to States.
yeah,
No,
or
that's what
anything's
CJ does.
possible. One of those.
Yeah, I'm the one who plasters our business card at every restaurant, highway rest stop. So if you get a call and it's just a panting breath, that's probably one of my clients.
Yeah, he probably writes on the bathroom walls for a good time call.
PK called PK Adventures.
Yeah.
Somebody was getting lonely down there.
Yeah, Peach is like,
Odd.
you guys are talking longer than you normally talk.
Yeah, I know.
You really are, but this has been a fun one tonight.
Yeah,
I-
and with the extra time, not stepping on anybody else, it was fun to get through
He's
our whole
feeling
list
neglected right
and now just kind of BS. So
Yeah, I don't really remember either. You're nosy. It was one of those. I know the ones that I frequent are Tuber Chat, Mayhem and Miracles, Anything is Possible, and Driving Daily. Those are the 4 lives that I usually frequent. Or if it happened to be the morning show, Cruising is Fun Anytime, Go Live Together crew. Those are the main 5 that I spend a lot of time in networking.
She's like, come on, Dad.
Sorry.
So I've been watching the numbers of who has been watching us, and right now we're at the most this evening with 14 people. So I want it on the record in front of 14 people and everybody. As I was stating before, it is our 10-year, 25-year anniversary.
it's not like I forgot these things.
I expect a good trip that I don't have to plan.
Well, I don't know about that part. You're probably gonna have to plan it.
You know what? Maybe it was Bearded Viking. I do that. Channel sounds familiar as well. Sorry, we're still trying to figure out where we actually linked up together. I did do a lot with Bearded Viking as well.
Oh yeah, you know what I think it is.
So
We met you at the Renaissance Festival, and your beard oils smell amazing.
So, well, that's not the Bearded Viking, but it might have been one of the YouTube channels that we linked up on.
Yeah.
So,
could be.
So, yeah, but it wasn't from anything here. I'm pretty sure it was, the woodworking and stuff that we linked up.
Oh
with.
yeah, woodworking too. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
But anyway, so what were you telling in front of all?
She's trying to, it's like I'm gonna forget that it's our 10-year anniversary, and so she's trying to make a big stick out of it.
Do something special.
I'm expecting you to remember the classes that Ryan gave you on how to be semi
romantic.
You mean
So
where
CJ.
I rub, then spank? Instead of just spank? I'm not sure which classes you're referring to. You really have got us. You really have to think about what you're going to say live on the internet before
the
you say it.
romantical ones, where you surprise wife and take her out to dinner or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, oil from a car.
This is your first warning, CJ.
That's right.
It's your first warning. I have to say that tonight's live has been fun. And I wonder if there might be I don't know. I see the number bouncing up and down. And I think, come on, guys, call all your friends, your families, tell them all about us. Let's get our live numbers up.
Yep. Well, and as
I-
well, it depends on if you're interactive in the chat. So if you're just like watching on a TV or something like that, you'll see it pop up, but then it'll look like someone's not there. So it's a little funny with stuff like that.
No, our live chats have been getting an average of 50 or 60 views.
Well, that's after
after the fact. So
You know, it's
these are
funny.
now-
I talked to somebody at work today, and they told me they were going to watch, and I don't see them in the chat. It's a shame because if they had said something, I would have given that person a raise potentially. But they missed out. Good thing their review's not due soon.
Who was it?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So,
Oh.
all right. Well, we have gotten off track, people. We're supposed to be talking about camping this week and wrapping it
Yeah,
up.
we are.
Oh,
Now we're just
final
BSing to have
thoughts. So
fun.
final thoughts. How about we do final thoughts on of the three? Well, you guys haven't done a bougie one yet, so obviously
No.
after Fort Wilderness you'll be able to speak to it. But of the three, the boondocking, the state forest, or the resort style, which one would you tend to book more frequently or would like to stay at more often? I guess.
I know her answer, but she doesn't know mine.
I know your answer.
Mine or hers? Hold on.
Yours.
Well, yours is the
Or
cheap one.
hers.
The cheap one. Yours is always going to be the cheap one.
Are we wrong?
He's going to be. His is
Yes
going to
and
always be hands down.
Other way.
It's too expensive to go camping. You don't really know how much it costs, so let's just not go.
Let's
That's
just
gonna be
camp in
his
the
favorite.
driveway.
Yeah, that's.
I
his
I
favorite.
can't. We have too much pitch, or I can't level.
But at least the HOA fine would be cheaper.
That's true.
My-
They actually, well, I don't know. They start like $100 a day. It actually is cheaper to go camping.
See? Yeah.
But no, my answer is really simple. They all have pros and cons clearly, but it really depends on what your purpose of the trip is. Why are we? Sorry, mine doesn't do that.
No, Emma's telling everyone to hit that thumbs up. And
No,
the
That's
Emma's
right.
always very
Yeah.
supportive of
There
us.
we go.
Yes,
So I appreciate
she
it.
is.
If you're going, like you said, we figured out if you're more than 400 or 500 miles away from your destination, a boondocking is a far better cost for you for your way over than trying to book either of these other kind of, a state park or whatnot. It's far more, it's convenient for getting, getting stopped, set up, grabbing that 5, 6, 8 hours of sleep if you need it, and then getting going. As opposed to having to pull in somewhere, back into a spot and get set up and such, just to break it down again, a couple hours later. So boondocking, has a lot of great things, but you know what happens when you don't have a bathroom, or that Walmart's not 24 hours, necessarily, or, I don't know, there are advantages and disadvantages to each one. I like woodsy type feeling. So I'm kind of more of the state park, state forest, if it's the right style or, one. But each of them have their own reason. And if I was going to go, would I spend $300 a night at a Disney hotel when I could spend $120 a night at an RV resort around the corner? Sure. That's cost effective and worthwhile and a good option.
Always search in ChatGPT for coupons.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Yeah, my big.
Like I think it was like the national park or state forest or one of those. If you sign up for their newsletter, I think you get some kind of discount on your birthday month or something.
I am signed up, but I didn't notice that. I do have the rewards program for both the state forests and the state parks, which are surprisingly two different programs. But those do have rewards programs that your stays will get rewarded with free nights and stuff. So that is cool.
Yeah.
That's a pro that we forgot to list.
Yeah,
That's a whole different topic too. Rewards programs and like 1,000 trails and big KOAs and all that stuff.
For me, I think the state park and state forests more, because I like to be kind of in the wilderness versus the Splashaway Bay was basically, pavement with a little bushes here and there and an occasional oak tree. versus some of the state forests that really have just that, out in nature, away from busy areas kind of feel. So whether that's going to be Fort Wilderness, I guess we'll see if it actually feels like you're out there and that's
don't know.
technically a resort, or if it is just going to be another, big one, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious to see how that's going to pan out. I want it to have that, be in the woodsy, camping feel, but I feel like just knowing that Disney is a boat's ride across, the Seven Seas Lagoon or whatever it is going to detract from my mental ability to enjoy the.
Well, we are staying in the meadows.
Okay, so we've been put out to pasture?
Actually, the meadow is the closest to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite
Okay.
campgrounds is the next best one. I'm easy, so.
The next best one.
Yeah,
The next one we go to, that's the best one.
that's the best one.
My favorites are probably in nature where I can see the animals, or any place that we can go that I've never been before.
Right.
Yeah, I always want to go places we've never been before, and
That's why we take the scenic route.
That's right.
That is
I'm not-
why.
I'm not
Yeah.
weighed down to like forest, parking lots, whatever. I always can make the best of every situation.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. You're
Yeah.
nosy. Thanks again. Have a good night.
Have a great night.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah,
Yep.
Where's the bye?
All right.
So
But so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to getting back to Myakka because we were only there the car camping overnight. That
yeah,
one
that's
time.
true.
So and we were still learning the night lapse and stuff like that with the GoPro because I had the wrong
Yeah.
settings because I was trying to do
Oops.
the day lapse of the solar eclipse
Yeah,
that didn't
it's
work
true.
out either. So it'll be fun to get back there, and we're still around the same time. So hopefully we'll see some baby fawns and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like we
yeah,
saw
Yeah.
yeah. We should see a lot of the various animals with their babies. In
I was
the,
gonna say,
early
the
part of
thing
May
I
still.
love about Myakka and Kissimmee Prairie is the animals just don't care because the people aren't disturbing them. So they're just there living their best lives, and you get to see them more
Yeah.
often than other places where people are scaring them away or messing with them or whatever.
Or hunting them.
Yeah.
And CJ, on our note, we have got to find a way to get really good low light because if we can capture what we saw with our headbands,
Oh,
of the
yeah, right.
crocodiles,
Yeah,
if we
that'd
can
be
get
cool.
that on video, that was amazing to just look to the right. And we had to stop biking because hundreds of little green eyes.
little eyeballs.
That's
Little
not
dots.
the word that comes
It was
to
like a
mind.
cartoon.
Yeah.
You run into the closet and then and all you see is the character's eyeballs, and then behind it, eyeballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So
a cool
many
experience.
alligators,
Yeah,
right?
you know what? I'll bring the red light that we use for the dark sky designated parks. That probably
Yeah, so that
will
won't
let
make
us
it any more
do that.
creepier.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that was a
fuzzy
cool sight to
bunnies.
see in person. That was really
Yeah.
cool to see in person.
Yeah, it was. So
But all right, well, I think we're going to start to wrap.
Let's
this
wrap it up.
Traveling with Tinkerbell comes on in a few minutes with Across the Waves.
Yep, tell her that we said hi. We're going to
Yep.
meet you guys over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you head over to watch her, I do a hashtag pkat raid.
Yeah.
But we will go ahead and call it a day. And starting next week, we'll be back in February with some more cruise talk.
Mhm.
So,
And 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half.
Yeah.
yeah, we got a little spoiled tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, well, we lucked out because this was a good topic to have the length of time because Scott's show wasn't here, so we were all good there. But anyway, again, guys, thank you so much, and we'll catch you next week. We'll see you next time on.
The scenic route.
Scenic route.
Just
No,
get
I
a
don't have a
button.
button, and I'm not going to get a button.
Just get a button.
Make the
All right.
button.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.